What is good, YouTube? It is your boy Double R Collectibles, and we are back with another video. Now, as you can see right in front of me, we have a banger already. I'm already saying it's a banger. I haven't even opened it up. It just came off the truck. Literally just arrived at my front door. I just finished the Michael Jordan review, and this arrived right after I finished. So I'm already calling it a banger. I'm giving it a pre 9.5 already off the rip. And the only reason why I'm saying 9.5 is because when I seen the promo pics, the Akatsuki jacket looks a little wide, but we'll see. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this review. Shout out to Hobby Genkai for sending this over. I'm not sponsored. They just sent it over earlier than what I was expecting. I seen that the release date for the US was like in March, and here it is, January like 27th or whatever it is. So shout out to them. I had pre-ordered it last year and I forgot, so it showed up. So let's go ahead and get into it. Starting off with the front of the box, we got Pain right here. This is the figure. We got a image of Pain, a illustration, you could say. Has like little outlines and stuff, making it pop a little bit more, but it is the figure. We have this open window showcasing the figure. We have Pain at the bottom, Naruto, and a bunch of stuff that I can't read because it's imported. On the side, we got some action poses from Pain, and it says Pain Tendo up top, or I don't, if I pronounced that wrong, sorry. On the back, we got some poses. I don't know if I should get this Naruto or not. I mean, the jacket is cool, but I already have like 1,000 Narutos, so I could just order a jacket online. But I see that it comes with different faceplates, so I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence about it. But as we can see, we have a bunch of different poses and a bunch of different pictures showing off Pain. You know what I'm saying? Super action, super modeling. You know, we don't know what that means, but hey, super action, super modeling. Simple style and heroic action, sure. None of this we can read. I'm sure it's just the warning stuff that's usually on the box when there's the American versions that come, but right now I can't read that. So on to the next. We have a nice image of Pain. Looks really menacing, like a menace, but low-key, Pain is right. Anyway, actually Figuarts changed up the style, not the style, but the color of the box. So the box is like a pinkish blue, I'm sorry, a pinkish purplish color. Of course for the Renegon, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know. In the bottom we have this with the yellow face. Without further ado, let's go ahead and bust this packaging open and see what's inside. Okay, so real quick before we get into the figure, the instructions no longer come on a paper. I mean, this is been going on for a little while now, but they are actually on the 2 flaps that you use to open the box. So on this one, it shows you all the different hands, how to insert the stick weapon, things like that. On this side, it shows you how to interchange the faceplates and all that stuff, and how to put on the jacket, or the cloak rather. So that's pretty cool. Go ahead and get it out of the way. Let's go ahead and get our first initial reaction, our first in-hand impressions of Mr. Pain himself. Let's go ahead and move that. First in-hand impression. It's basically like a Itachi body. I mean, it doesn't really feel too different. It doesn't really look different. It looks just like maybe a little minor changes. We have the detail of his rods that stick out of his body. I don't know the correct term, if there is one. We have those are raised, of course, and painted really well. Not much detail on the actual figure because, you know, it's just it's usually like just a plain body. I mean, there's nothing really that needs to be detailed, and usually most of the time it's underneath the cloak anyway. We got his toenails are painted red. That's like what's different from Itachi. And we have his necklace up top. Of course, that's different from Itachi, so yeah. Of course, it's gonna be a new mold, but basically the same, you know. This head sculpt just looking amazing. Like, it's just like, yeah, man, it's Pain, man. It's Pain. You shall know Pain. Anyways, let's go ahead and get everything out. Let's start with the accessories first, get that out the way, and then we'll go ahead and get into articulation and all that stuff. Moving Pain to the back, we got him all the plastic that was wrapped up, that he was wrapped up in, and everything off. Let's go ahead and get into the accessories real fast. So not many accessories. You know, Tamashii Nations doesn't really include too many accessories how they should, but they kind of use that to make opportunities to make like bonus sets or like, you know, that kind of stuff. So we kind of already are used to Tamashii's BS. So anyway, start with accessories. We have this screaming face. You know, when they do their moves and stuff, they have to scream it out first to activate it, I guess. I don't know, but detail looks really good. The decals for the eyes, if it is decals, looks really good. The attention to detail in the mouth, as far as like the paint separating the tongue from the roof of his mouth and stuff, look really good. Everything looks really good. He has his ear piercings and stuff. They all look really good. Really small, but they really did a good job capturing those details. And then the only other faceplate that he has other than the screaming face is this face. Look, just teeth gritting, like pissed off, like Naruto's doing his talk no jutsu and he's kind of over it. And then of course the face that comes on the figure, just a stoic, like, you know, chilling face, like very, I don't know, very just I don't know. Anyways, so hands. He comes with these two hands. This action, like pushing. Of course, he does the almighty push. So it's kind of those gestures of like the push. They look really good. These hands look really big. I don't know if that's just me, but yeah. And they have this peg that's at like an angle. So of course you can get the most, I guess, angle out of that push gesture you want to do. Also, we have these splayed out hands. Also like a pushing hand that he kind of does. These look really good too. Again, they're like huge. I don't know if that's just like if that's accurate, or I don't know. Tamashii Nations make big hands for the characters. I didn't point out that ring, but he also has that ring, and that ring has detail in it, like a purple face, I guess you would call it. I don't know what you call a ring, like the purple gem. I don't know. But yeah, the pushing hands, these look really good too. I love that. I love how they did that. We also have, I guess like what would you call this? I don't want to just say pushing for everything, but kind of like he kind of does like a telekinesis type thing where he's like moving objects and stuff with his power. So I would say just like a fighting style, not a stance, but like fighting hands, like, you know, what he uses in battle. So, but those. All right, and they also come with these hands. These are like an item holding hand. You see the holes at the top. And they're at a good angle. Like, they're not just straight up and down. They're kind of like, they kind of go at a diagonal angle, which is pretty good. That he uses for his weapon of choice, his stick weapon, as the instructions say. And they kind of just slide in that way. And yeah. It looks good. Like, it's like I said, at an angle, so it's not like straight up and down, but it's, you know, kind of like you could point. Oh, kind of close, sorry. You can kind of point, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, the item holding hands. And then of course on the figure he comes with his base. He comes with his base form. I'm tripping. He comes with the stock, just punching hands, closed fist hands, and they all of course have that ring on it and that nail polish. So yeah, looks really good. I mean, and that's really it, other than the selling point, the, what do you call it, like the main thing. He comes with his Akatsuki robe. Sorry, I say Akatsuki robe. I don't know if this released. I thought that, I could have swore that they teased this first before Itachi, but Itachi came out first. I could be wrong, but you know, Itachi comes with a plastic, like his robe comes in like a plastic tray, you know. For this one just came in a plastic bag, so maybe they made that change after they released, or after they were planning to release this, I don't know. But anyways, yes, the Akatsuki robe, of course, soft goods, and it has a wire up the middle, so, and a clamp right here. And of course, you know, that wire runs all the way to the back for action poses and like wind-swept poses and, you know, stuff like that. It's good for figure photography or for your display. You can display it too, but I do figure photography, and that would be good when you're fighting, or maybe you want to stand with the wind blowing. You know how they do the kind of what do the kids call it today, like clip farm it or whatever it is. There's no wire in the collar or in the arms. It's just kind of down the middle and around the base down here. So let's go on to accessories with this figure. I'm sorry, not accessories. Let's go on to articulation with this figure. So you're pretty standard body. If you have the Itachi, you already know what you're getting into, or any kind of Naruto. They all kind of have the same articulation or body styles. So looking up, he can't really look up too much. That back hair piece is kind of limiting it. There might be a ball. Yeah, there's a ball at the base of the neck, so it'll help with looking down. So with that, looking down, no problem. Look all the way down. Of course, if you want to step on Naruto, if you want to step on him, you just step on his head. Anyway, of course, looking down, side to side. Oh, we actually can. Oh, never mind. It's just a little stiff, but I broke it out of that stiffness. Not broke it. He can look around, but I don't think he can go. I lied. Oh, the faceplate pops off a little bit. But yeah, looks around. He has that butterfly joint, of course. You can bring it all the way to the front. Take it all the way to the back if you want to, which would be good for putting on that robe. Of course, T-pose. He goes up to there, perfect T-pose. He has a double bend at the elbow, but that rod right here, I don't know if you can see it. It's a rod right in between that kind of gets in the way of that bend all the way, which, I mean, it doesn't really get in the way. It's just kind of hinders it a little bit, but you're not really going too much further if that rod wasn't there anyway. So, oh, they actually have a rod on the inside too. That's pretty cool on both sides. So yeah, double bend, and then of course that standard Tamashii Nation's ball peg at the end, or I'm sorry, at the wrist with that hinge. Oops, popped it off, but yeah, ball peg. And then we have the diaphragm cut, the top one. It's pretty good. And then we have the lower ball joint down here that will have him bend that far forward and go back that far, which is pretty good. We have this it's like a soft plastic piece right here with a slit, so it'll get out of the way for articulation. So if we're kicking, you can kick all the way up to there. Double bend at the knee. Swivel at the shin, and also another swivel, or maybe like a ball joint right underneath that, so even extra articulation right there. So it's that swivel, and then it's like a ball right there. Of course, we have our ankle tilt with our hinge, and then our toe articulation. So, you know, that's kind of standard for Naruto figures. Can't really complain about it, honestly. I mean, it gets into any pose you can think of that you need for your figure. So let's go ahead and try on this Akatsuki cloak and see how it's looking. Okay, so here he is with the Akatsuki cloak, and it doesn't look too bad on the figure. It just looks, it's just too wide. Like, it makes them look like they are bearing a child. Like, it looks like they're pregnant almost, you know? It's like really just like a, you know what I'm saying? Let's see if we can try to like get it to slim down a little bit. See, if we slim it down on the sides and it pokes forward, but let's see if it just kind of, so it looks a little bit better if it folds in right there a little bit. It looks a little better. I mean, it's not bad. It's not a deal breaker or anything like that. Like, I wouldn't really complain about it, but I know people that will complain about it. So, of course, you can't satisfy everybody. Somebody's always going to complain. So, yeah, but it looks good. I mean, it fits really well. It's not too big. It's not too big, like, as far as, like, long and stuff. It's just a little wide. But, You can't. I wouldn't complain about it. I'm sorry. That's not a deal breaker for me. Also, I said that these were pushing hands, and while I was putting the cloak on, I remembered that he does that the jutsu hand where he puts these hands together, and while he's like yelling and stuff like that. I think I've seen like a promo pic like that or something. So that's for that, not pushing. That's for the he claps and does the jutsu or summoning, whatever. I can't remember. I haven't watched Naruto in forever. But yeah, okay. So let's go ahead and get into the size comparison. Comparing him to, first comparing him to his Akatsuki clan members. We'll go ahead and we'll start off with Orochimaru. It looks good. Oh, also, I meant to point out that the clips are actually different colors. So Pain's clip is black, while Itachi's cloak color was red. So I don't know if there's a difference. There's like a difference in production, like as far as the details of the actual cloaks. But yeah, just thought I'd point that out. So that's him next to Orochimaru. Hello, stand up, please. Thank you. We're also going to compare him to the GOAT, Itachi. Whoops. There you go. And oh, I'm kind of off-centered, sorry. That's what happens when you look at the figures and not the camera. So let's go ahead. So it looks like Pain by his hair is a little taller. Let's see if we can straighten up Itachi's head. Pain looks taller, and it might be just his hair, but yeah, there's that. We're gonna compare him to an important rival matchup, whatever the case is. Compare him to Naruto. Towers over Naruto, actually. Let's compare him to Sasuke. So let's put Sasuke right here. Actually, towers over both of them, which. And if you want to do one more, we can do. Put him next to Obito or Toby, or however you want to say it. He towers over him too. So yeah, he's pretty tall. I mean, I didn't expect him to be that tall, or I didn't know that he was that tall. I thought they would all be probably around the same size. So that's pretty cool. Anyways, wrapping up on this figure, man, I'm gonna give it a 9.5. I have no complaints, not at all. Like, I mean, I'm already a little biased because Naruto is my favorite anime of all time. There's nothing that's been even close to Naruto. Naruto is kind of in a realm of its own, honestly. I mean, that's just the real. I mean, I can't really say anything else. Second best to me is Attack on Titan, but we're not gonna get into that. So yeah, let's go ahead and. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm gonna include pictures at the end. I'm gonna do that instead. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. If you enjoyed, hit that like, hit that subscribe if you're new, and I'm out. Hey, I just wanted to acknowledge a minor gripe. These hands should have been connected from the factory. It's literally almost impossible to get them to be together and make it look right. I'll probably have to do it from like an angle like right there when I'm taking pictures, because from the front it's literally irking me that these do not touch. So if I had any advice for Tamashii Nations, when you have hands like this, just connect them, bro. Just make them connect and just have us plug in the pegs to that hand. You've done it before. I don't know why you separated these. So yeah, connect these hands for us, please, because this right here is irking me bad. So appreciate it.